So I'm listening to the radio. This is the very second song after, right? So if you know what's going on right now, right? I've been talking about the pools. You know what's going on, you know? And so the abilities, all of that stuff, right, go into play. You see me? I'm a young head. You know what I'm saying? Like how you say old head, young head. Well, the reason why I say it like that is because baby got a very like life experience in the weirdest way ever. You know, it's not to be overlooked though. Don't be no dummy. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, the first song before this, I think this V103 is like what, 6:14 right now, right? So he said, party, let's all get wasted. We don't get effed up no more, we get wasted, right? So just thinking about it, right? But think about what's going on right now, right? So in a previous video, I talked about art, right? Because again, I talked about how different things can help different individuals on many different levels. Whether you're a firefighter, whether you're, you know, teaching a child that can't connect because they got Down syndrome, or they deaf, blind, and I done talked about all that stuff. If you've been listening to my previous videos, you get what I'm saying. And so, you know, even the songs, when they put it in the songs, we was all, well, he said in that song, that previous song, we was all stuck. That's why they called it a trap. Now, when you think about those things, right? This fool on the inside, like, when I tell you they talk, that's how they talk. Now, when he said, so I'm talking, right? He was like, we don't get effed up no more, we get wasted. Then he said, this man, not fool, I'm sorry. He said, oh, well, it's a waste of a F up. It's a waste of a F up. That's what he said. He was like, it's a waste of a F up. And then he was like, oh, it's a F. The next one was like, oh, it's a F up of a waste. I told you they be talking, right? And so, again, what is the threat of having different challenges in a good way, and opinions in a good way of others? If it's all good, if it's beneficial for everyone collectively together. Again, because when you say coming together, you're going to be affected by what comes together. So again, collectively together. What's the problem? Why are you intimidated by others? You're so weak-minded, broken-minded, to the point to where you have to kill yourself and kill everything good around you to please who? And why is it they have such a low mentality or low self-esteem? I'm not killing myself. I'm not killing my creativity, my emotion, my feelings, you know, in a negative way, wave or direction, trend. None of that. Just to fit what you feel like. Because again, those feelings that you feel can be very deceptive. Okay? They've lied to you. Your emotions have lied to you. That's why they be like, oh, well, you created this whole scenario in your head of why things are the way they are. You in some fantasy land, you delusional, you make all these dang on diagnoses, but then don't use them where they fit at. You putting them all in the wrong area, and that's supposed to be the vast majority of creation of life? No, it's a lot of different individuals that's not for that. But even the ones that's artistic, yes, throughout the pain and the chaos and the confusion, you still want to be artistic, because again, it brings good health and good life and good measures to a bad situation. But within that, again, he done put his little crazy ass spin on it. Excuse me, crazy spin on it. And now it's become something totally twisted. It's become something totally twisted. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie, The Saw. The man was a genius. If you never watched the movie, the man was smart, but he was like, I don't want to say borderline anal. He was there, you know. He was, but you know, his wife described him, because they do have a portion as to where his wife described how he was at one point, you know. So, you know, crazy, you know, borderline crazy. But you know, sometimes it was a saying, even before I ever watched that movie, that I heard back when I was a little girl. It's the best geniuses or scholars are like borderline crazy or psychotic. That does not mean they dove into the enjoyment of the crazy to live that lifestyle. I want to break this down to y'all and explain it. It doesn't mean it. It means they learn it because they want to know what it is. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes that is submerged into the feelings of what this felt like for this other person, but it's for the knowledge of it, not to become a part of it. Those are two separate things, right? So again, has there been individuals that just on their own, oh, I thought that that's what you was doing, I wanted to, you know, add in, or oh, I seen that everybody else was doing it, the whole crowd was doing it, like how they say it in that saying, oh, well, the whole crowd was running, so I ran that way. And them certain specific individuals that just take what they see or take what they hear and run with it. But to believe that everybody has a negative sense of thinking and they all think that way, that is bull. Unless you're going to admit to the fact that people have been programmed. Unless you're going to admit that others, a lot has been programmed. And where it's been programmed in. If you're going to start doing that, then okay. And so, again, he said it was a waste. It was said that it was a waste of a perfectly good F up. A waste of a F up. Meaning, like, you know how you get to fighting with people. Now, we don't went over the reasons as to why it's good to, you know, fight. When would be like the perfect reason to start fighting with somebody? You know, beyond being petty, beyond, oh, you trying to impress somebody, fit in, beyond, again, that low self-esteem, or are you feeling like you got to prove, beyond greed, you get what I'm saying, beyond envy, beyond all those things, because again, weak mentality, weak thought processing has been programmed into you in some type of way, shape, or form. And I don't care if you could be the biggest, most richest person in the world, you're not going to advertise that mess to me like I'm just supposed to feed into it and let this tear me down. No, baby, you got some growing to do. You got some growing up to do. Ain't nobody feeding into that. You got some growing and detaching and